quiet power of grace, navigating life with dignity. In the hustle and bustle of family gatherings, where conversations overlap and opinions fly freely, there lies a profound strength in silence. I recall a family dinner where, amidst the chatter, I began to share a cherished memory. Before I could finish, a younger relative interrupted with a dismissive remark. For a moment, I felt the sting of embarrassment and the urge to defend myself. But instead, I chose a different path. A path of quiet strength. I calmly set my fork down, met their eyes, and held their gaze with unwavering dignity. The room fell silent, and the weight of my unspoken response lingered. Their smirk faded, and the atmosphere shifted. Without raising my voice, I made it clear that disrespect would not be tolerated. My silence became my voice, and in that stillness, I reclaimed my power. Have you ever found yourself in a similar situation, where disrespect tempted you to react, but you chose grace instead? These moments remind us that respect isn't always demanded. It's embodied. In today's video, we'll explore 7 powerful ways to handle disrespect with dignity and wisdom, starting with the quiet confidence of the silent stare. If this resonates with you, please like this video and comment with the number 2 to show your support. If not, let us know with a heart emoji and the number 7 so we can better serve you. Don't forget to subscribe to After 7080 for more stories and insights that celebrate the beauty and strength of growing older. Let's dive in, mastering the art of the silent stare. Stop explaining your choices, your life, your rules. How often do you find yourself justifying your decisions? Whether it's declining an invitation, making a significant life change, or simply prioritizing your well-being, the urge to explain feels almost automatic. But here's the truth. Your choices don't need anyone's approval. Imagine this. You decide not to host the annual family gathering this year. It's a thoughtful choice made to prioritize your health and peace of mind. The questions come flooding in. Why not? Don't you enjoy it? What about tradition? Initially, you try to explain how the effort has become overwhelming, how you need to focus on self-care. But no explanation seems to satisfy. Then one day you respond differently. Instead of offering reasons, you simply say, "This is what feels right for me." No elaboration, no justification. Just a calm, confident statement. The conversation ends sooner than you expect, and for the first time, you feel a sense of relief, free from the weight of seeking approval. Here's the beauty of simplicity. The less you explain, the less space you leave for debate. Over-explaining often invites more questions, skepticism, or even judgment. But when you stand firm and keep your responses brief, you communicate a powerful truth. Your life is your own, and you owe no one an explanation. The next time someone questions your decisions, try this. Say, "This is what works for me," and let the silence settle. Observe how their reaction shifts when they encounter your certainty. Now, ask yourself, have you ever over-explained a decision you didn't need to? How did it feel afterward? Share your experience in the comments below. This week, challenge yourself to simplify your responses when your choices are questioned. Start small. Practice saying no without apology or justification. Feel the empowerment that comes with respecting your own boundaries. In the next segment, we'll explore another essential skill: how to protect your peace by creating distance from those who drain your energy. Stay tuned. Create distance, protect your peace. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. As we grow older, this truth becomes undeniable. Your time and energy are precious. Those who disrespect you, drain you, or disrupt your peace don't belong in your inner circle. Creating distance isn't about conflict or drama. It's about making space for your well-being and happiness. Think of someone in your life who constantly belittles your opinions, or dismisses your feelings. Maybe it's a family member who undermines your decisions or a friend who always finds fault in what you do. You've told yourself, they mean well, or it's not worth the argument, but every interaction leaves you feeling smaller. One day, you decide enough is enough. You don't announce it or confront them angrily. Instead, you start pulling back. Fewer calls, fewer visits, and polite but firm declines to invitations that no longer serve you. Over time, their negativity loses its grip on your life, replaced by a newfound clarity and calm. This is the power of distance. It's not about shutting people out. It's about choosing relationships that uplift you and letting go of those that drain you. Quietly stepping back can be one of the loudest declarations of self-respect you'll ever make. Take a moment to reflect. Who in your life consistently disrespects you or disrupts your peace? What are you gaining by staying close to them? If the answer is nothing, it might be time to set boundaries and create space. It is a challenge for you. Over the next week, identify one person or situation that diminishes your peace. Take one small step to distance yourself. Whether it's saying no to an invitation, reducing unnecessary interactions, or simply redirecting your energy elsewhere. Have you ever created distance from someone and felt a weight lift off your shoulders? Share your story in the comments below. It might inspire someone else to reclaim their peace. In the next section, we'll explore another transformative practice. Carrying yourself with quiet confidence and letting your presence speak louder than words. Don't miss it. Stand tall. Let your presence speak louder than words. There's a quiet power in carrying yourself with confidence. It's not just about posture. It's about embracing the self-worth you've earned through years of wisdom and experience. When someone disrespects you, the temptation might be to react defensively or shrink in response. But standing tall sends a different, powerful message. I know who I am, and your words cannot diminish me. I recall a moment during a group conversation when someone made a snide comment about my age, wrapped in humor, but unmistakably condescending. In the past, I might have laughed it off or scrambled to prove my relevance, but this time I chose something different. I straightened my shoulders, smiled warmly, and continued speaking as though their words held no weight. The change in the room was immediate. Their smugness faded, and the attention shifted back to the value of what I was saying. This is the power of quiet confidence. It's not about silencing others. It's about refusing to let their negativity disrupt your sense of self. When you hold your head high, you declare, I am proud of who I am. Confidence like this is contagious. People take notice and often begin to reflect the respect you show yourself. The world responds to the energy you project. So let it be one of assurance and strength. Let me ask you, when was the last time someone's words got under your skin? What if, instead, you had stood tall, unshaken? Imagine how different the moment and your feelings might have been. Here's a challenge. The next time someone tries to make you feel small, resist the urge to react. Take a deep breath, lift your chin, and let your quiet confidence speak for itself. Notice how the dynamic shifts when you choose dignity over defensiveness. In the next section, we'll discuss another vital skill, teaching others how to respect you by setting clear boundaries. Stay tuned. Teach people how to treat you, the power of boundary. Respect doesn't always come naturally, it often needs to be taught. Teaching others how to treat you isn't about confrontation or ultimatums. It's about consistently showing where your boundaries lie. When you set clear limits, you communicate one simple truth. I value myself, and I expect you to do the same. I remember a neighbor who would stop by unannounced, disrupting my plans and leaving me feeling as though my time wasn't respected. At first, I said nothing, thinking I didn't want to seem rude. But over time, the resentment grew. By staying silent, I had inadvertently taught them that this behavior was acceptable. One day, I decided to take a different approach. When they knocked, I greeted them warmly but said, "I really enjoy our chats, but I'd appreciate it if you could call ahead next time to make sure it's a good time for me." To my surprise, they respected my request, and our interactions became more balanced. This is the power of boundaries. Setting them isn't about pushing people away. It's about valuing your time, energy, and emotional well-being, enough to clearly communicate your needs. Whether it's asking someone not to interrupt you, standing firm on your decisions, or saying no to a request that drains you, these small but assertive actions can create profound changes in how others treat you. Ask yourself, have you ever felt disrespected because you didn't set a boundary? How might your relationships improve if you started asserting your needs with clarity and calmness? Here's a challenge. This week, identify one situation where your boundaries feel unclear or disregarded. Practice setting a simple, respectful limit. For example, say, "Please let me finish what I'm saying," or "That's your opinion, but I'm happy with my choice." Observe how the dynamic shifts when you establish your expectations with confidence. In the next section, we'll delve into why respecting yourself first is the foundation for commanding respect from others. Stay tuned. Respect starts with you. Embrace your self-worth. At the core of every boundary you set, every moment of self-advocacy, and every act of quiet confidence lies one profound truth. Respect begins with you. It's easy to blame others for failing to treat us with dignity, but the most meaningful change happens when we recognize our own worth and honor it unapologetically. There was a time in my life when I constantly put others' needs before my own. I would say yes to things I didn't want to do, attend events I didn't enjoy, and push my limits to avoid disappointing anyone. Each time, I felt a little piece of my self-worth slip away. Eventually, I had to ask myself, why am I treating others better than I treat myself? That question changed everything. Respecting yourself doesn't mean you're selfish or perfect. It means recognizing the value of your time, energy, and well-being. It's about making small daily choices, saying no when it's needed, prioritizing your health, and giving yourself permission to live authentically. When you treat yourself with respect, others naturally follow your lead. Here's the truth. Respecting yourself won't eliminate disrespect from the world, but it will change how you respond to it. Instead of internalizing negativity or questioning your worth, you'll see disrespect for what it truly is. A reflection of the other person, not you. Ask yourself, are you treating yourself the way you want others to treat you? If the answer is no, what can you change today to honor your self-worth? Here's a challenge. This week, make one decision that prioritizes your peace or happiness. Whether it's carving out time for yourself, declining something that doesn't serve you, or simply affirming your worth in the mirror, take that step. Notice how it feels to choose yourself. In the next and final section, we'll explore how living with dignity can transform not only how others perceive you, but how you see yourself. You won't want to miss it. Live with dignity. Let your self-respect shine. As we grow older, dignity becomes more than just a word. It becomes a way of life. It's reflected in how you carry yourself, the boundaries you set, and the peace you protect. To live with dignity is to embrace your worth unapologetically and to show the world, through your actions, that respect is not negotiable. There's immense power in realizing that your value isn't defined by others. It's rooted in the life you've lived, the lessons you've learned, and the challenges you've overcome. People may come and go, bringing kindness or criticism, but neither can alter your intrinsic worth. Living with dignity means choosing to rise above negativity. When someone disrespects you, you respond with grace. Not because their behavior doesn't affect you, but because you understand yourself. Worth is untouchable. When faced with conflict, You protect your peace, knowing not every battle is worth fighting. And when others question your choices, you stand firm, confident that you owe no one an explanation for living authentically. Here's a key truth. Dignity is not something others can grant or take away. It's something you embody every day, in the way you hold your head high, the way you treat yourself with kindness, and the way you remain unwavering in the face of life's challenges. So let me ask you, what does living with dignity mean to you? What's one way you can demonstrate to yourself and to the world that your self-respect is non-negotiable? Here's a final challenge. In the coming week, take one moment each day to affirm your worth. It could be a quiet moment of gratitude, a decision to prioritize your well-being, or simply holding your head high when faced with disrespect. Let your dignity shine through your actions. As we conclude, remember this. Respect begins with you. When you choose to live authentically and with courage, you set a powerful example for the world. Share your thoughts in the comments, and if this message resonated with you, give this video a like and subscribe to After 7080 for more stories that inspire living fully and fearlessly. Thank you for being here. Here's to living every step of the way with dignity and grace.